How would you like me to call you?
Nao.
Now is fine.
Hiro.
Hiro.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 46 of Sugidama Podcast, the podcast about Japanese sake, the drink which has recently become a subject of debates about terroir, and today we will talk about a brewery which has made a very strong case for that. But before I introduce my guest and the brewery, let me tell you about our sponsor, London Sake, which has one of the widest selections of premium and craft sake available online today. You can choose from over 100 sake from 25 breweries, and they will deliver across the UK and many European markets. And if you don't know what sake to choose, you can use simple online tasting notes together with very sensible and affordable food pairings to help you decide. What's more, you can get a 10% discount by just using the code SUGIDAMA, all caps, during checkout. London Sake, making sake simple. My name is Alex and I live in London. I am certified sake specialist, sake judge, sake educator, and sake advocate. Besides this podcast, I have Sugidama blog, where I write about all things sake and publish tasting notes, overviews, and information about sake events happening in London. Before I introduce the brewery and my guests, I would like to make a plea, which I usually do at the end of each episode. Please share Sugidama podcast as much as you can. I have a very nice but relatively small group of listeners, but the mission of the podcast is to bring as many people as possible into the world of sake. Sometimes people just don't know anything about sake, what sake to order, how to drink it, and what food to choose. As a result, they just don't order sake even if they have a chance. I hope that if they listen to this podcast, sake will pick up their interest. And the first season of the Sugidama podcast gives a lot of information and tips useful for those who don't know how to approach sake. So please, share Sugidama podcast on your social media and groups, suggest it to your friends, colleagues, or relatives, and help me preach the world of sake to more people. I've also got pretty exciting news. I was a guest on Sake Unplugged, a fantastic fellow sake podcast, talking to Cindy and Julia about various things. And I love their podcast because it's always fun, but at the same time, very informative, as they are superb experts in sake. So highly recommend it if you are still not a listener. Another exciting piece of news is that I've got another 5-star review from Melody Jade from Australia. And it goes like that. A very informative and entertaining podcast about all things sake. Thanks a lot, Mel. Okay, this is the last episode of the brewery-focused mini-series for the season. But I plan to continue with it in the following seasons as well, don't worry. And today, I am talking to Nao-san and Hiro-san from Japan Center about the Kuheiji Sake Brewery and its fantastic sake. Japan Center is probably the oldest supplier of sake in the UK, or at least one of the oldest. I bought my first sake from them probably when they were still at their second site at Piccadilly. And Kuheiji is a very unique sake brewery. First of all, it's quite old, founded in 1647. Secondly, its owner, Entoji Kuheiji Kuno, is a very charismatic guy. I met him when he came to London last year to present his sake together with Japan Center. And he's one of the key advocates of terroir in sake. Inspired by French wine, Kuheiji Brewery grows its own rice, and depending on the rice field and the year, the sake is different. They have 3 rice paddies around the small town of Kurodashocho in Hyogo Prefecture, and the rice from each individual paddy is used to make one sake, 2 of which we tasted and discussed in this episode. So without further delay, let's listen to my conversation with Nao-san and Hiro-san about Kuheiji Sake.
Please welcome our guest.
Hi everyone. Today I'm in Ichiba, Japan Center in Westfield with Nao and Hiro. And we're going to talk about Kuheiji sake.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, hi.
Hello, Alex-san.
So, let's start with you introducing yourself and telling how did you end up with sake? Why sake and why Japan Center?
Okay, so I am now Torisawa, who is working as area manager of the Japan Center retail sites, as well as the sake wholesale associates directors. So I joined JC in 2003. It was 20 years ago.
Oh, really? Wow.
Exactly. Same year I came into UK.
Okay.
So staying here to work for a long time actually.
Did you start with sake or?
When I joined the company, I was the retail manager.
Okay.
And I remember at the time, the shop had only like a few brands, such as Hakushuka, Ozeki, Kubota. It's not much range of the products, even for myself, customers. Yeah, after that, so in 2007, our CEO, Mr. Tokumine, so he decided to expand the business, to focus on the sake business with the range of the selection to be introduced from the sake exporter who is located in the Kanazawa, Japan. The first introduction to us, about 30 sake breweries were listing. And then I was assigned to be a project manager to go with the wide selections. However, my sake knowledge was completely behind, as I had no experience to try the kind of premium or finest sake before. When I was in Japan, I only had a time to try kind of futsushu, standard level of sake with my family for New Year's Day. Alongside with the project, I went back to Japan for a short period to learn, to absorb any possibility to touch, to feel the sake in a brewery visits or tastings, etc. That was it's very beginning of the getting into the sake world.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a good story. Yeah. Do you remember when you first tried sake? Well, like probably in your youth or?
When I was really little, I don't remember, but what I remember is it's not tasty, not delicious, because I was a kid. Even when I was teenager, for me, futsushu was not super attractive. So, in the brewery visit for the project, when I tried the premium ones, it's completely opened my view for the sake.
Yeah.
I do remember the first sake I tried was the Kurobi. Kurobi means black belt.
Okay.
It's brewed in Kanazawa. The brewery's name was the Fukumitsuya.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was taken to the decent izakaya with the sake exporter guy, and then he let me try the one of Junmai with warm style. It was completely wonderful, like cherry blossom flowering stuff. So I thought, oh, this is it. That I need to bring back to UK.
Yeah. It's a beautiful story. Thank you. And Hiro-san?
Yes. Good evening, all the sake lovers. This is Hiroshi Kumagami. I recently joined the Japan Center last year, December. But had certain experience the izakaya manager. And don't get me wrong, one of the sake lover. I'm proud of it. Okay, my first touch sake was when I was 4. Was the hot summer day. My father having the sake on the glass. On that day, I was run and sweating, and I thought that was the water. And I just drank at 2 seconds.
Oh,
and
God.
then just after, it's another word. I'm completely lost.
Can't imagine.
But that was my first sake, and like the the teenagers, some point I leave from the fun of the sake, but to become the one to drink all the beer, and whiskeys, and spirit, and cocktails. But on the back of the about later 30, I try to discover the character or the attract point of sake, and then here we go. It was unstoppable.
Yeah.
And I love Futsushi, which is the very basic sake, and some Junshu, and so on. As I say, it's never stoppable. But as long as having some knowledge of sake, and then we could recommend, offer to the friend, customer, guest, it could be intriguing another word.
Yeah.
And that's leading to the another discovering. And one of the joy is this sake having is to sharing taste, knowledge, also drinking.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's very true.
And I would say sake is the very picky some occasion because there's about at least 4 different of the different flavors. But all sake is good as long as it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Particularly sake is the contain alcohol, and you have to have the drinking or consume with some pride and manner. But if you keep on the mind, it's one of the best items to enjoy.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, it's true.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So let's talk a bit about Japan Center, because Japan Center is one of the biggest importers of sake in the UK.
I believe so, yes.
So what is your strategy in terms of like a range, what kind of breweries you pick up, and how is it your process of picking up breweries?
So for sake, it's currently around 20 sake breweries and a few shochu distillers imported from Japan by reefer container. Our key brands are Gekkeikan, Kuheiji, Bon, Aizu Homare, Nihon Sakari, and Sanran, and the others. We pick up breweries by some sort of opportunities to see in person when they come to UK for marketing or exhibition or tasting things. Apart from that, exporters introduce us breweries who have connection with them. basically, I believe our mission is to help people, customers, discovering one of the finest sake or great sake from north to south in Japan.
Yeah.
So for Kuheiji sake, we are very, very pleased to be a sole distributor in the UK. Our CEO himself, he approached Mr. Kuno of the Kuheiji by being attracted with their kind of philosophy and ask for trading with us. That's the beginning. We picked up the Kuheiji.
Okay.
Sounds terrific.
Yeah. So you've got, at the moment, you've got 2 shops in London.
We have 3 shops. One in Leicester Square, one at White City, Westfield, and the other one Stratford in Westfield. So we got 3. Yeah.
Okay, you've got 3 shops. Are you thinking about expanding outside London?
That's a difficult question.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Well, our CEO, our boss, always ambitious to move forward, even against the tough situation, tough period.
Yeah.
I believe he always seeking for the opportunity to spend and end up opening
Yeah.
big shop like Ichiba size in the Westfield. We just need to work for them.
Because definitely there is some demand, like in cities like Birmingham, Manchester,
Yes.
Liverpool for sake. It's all and Japanese groceries as well.
If I could say so, with some strategy with wholesale, we have to hit and hill all the potential buyer restaurants in London first. Then we could explore the opportunity into the such as Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds. Because nowadays, Japanese kitchen, let's say the Japanese restaurant, is one of the very major boom in the such the hospitality industry in the UK. And also behind it, the Japanese sake, Japanese food is become more popular, or maybe more become vital, I would say. But also in the meantime, unless like a Japan Center having the motto to deliver the authentic Japan food to the customer, it won't they survived. But there's a very clear strategy given by the CEO to us. We day to day deliver or try to deliver or best quality or Japanese food or the such sake to the customer. And the reward we have the very pleasant enjoyment.
Okay. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yes.
We currently have around 3,000 products, including spanning food, drink, and the lifestyle products, which is non-food products, like beauty care products. But we always keep passion to supply the best authentic goods.
Yeah.
Korea.
Yeah. Because I still remember your shop at Regent Street. It was first at Regent Street, then it moved to Piccadilly, and then it moved here and to Honten Street. And
we are expanding.
Yeah.
So not only me, but sort of senior staff has the lot of experience for the moving
Yeah.
with lot of products.
Mm-hmm.
Situation looks like we now is settling down in the Honten in Leicester Square. Yeah, we hoping no more moving around. It's really hectic job, I remember.
Oh yeah.
But of course, we do hope something new coming up as a project to open like a big size of the shop,
Okay.
as we mentioned.
Okay. So how many sake you stock?
In our sake portfolio, we have around 10, especially for wholesale. But for retails, at least 20 or even more. To be honest, sometimes it's not easy to control the stock levels,
Yeah.
especially just after pandemic time. We used to have much more like 30, 35 breweries, and then now reduced to 20 to focus on the existing breweries to have even stronger bond between us. Yeah, every year we have sort of strategy to move forward, but depending on the situation, circumstance. For new breweries, we possibly introduce in the shops, probably for Niigata Fair in this May, which we planning to do. Around 9 sake breweries and 33 different products to cover from Honjozo to Daiginjo. But due to the stock concern, it might be one-off stock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, limited availability, even though behind, but we want to keep people coming to sites, our shops, to enjoy with the sake experience. Other than that, yeah, as I mentioned, we possibly focus on the existing breweries,
Okay.
especially for wholesale.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about Kuheiji Brewery.
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the main topic of our conversation. I was at the presentation of Kuheiji-san back in, I think, November, right? October.
Yes.
And it was really impressive. He's an impressive guy, and he's got a vision, and he's very charismatic. And his brewery is definitely makes amazing sake. So, can you just expand on that? So, what did attract the Japan Center in Kuheiji Brewery? Why Kuheiji Brewery? Why your CEO wanted to sell Kuheiji sake? And what do you think about philosophy of the brewery? How they make sake? And
Perhaps because our CEO, Mr. Tokumide, in the very truly pure policy. Because he's not down to the old exit of middle of the 70, he's still young, very active, but also he tried to discover new but authentic subject. In the like Kuheiji, they also created a new standard sake from soil. And the last bit, a method inspired by French wine making, which was very interesting. But also, they started so like from the field to making a new sake, which is the mixture or the foreign by the but all the culture. Also, try to endeavor new challenge into the world of sake. I think that the point is hitting the mind, Mr. Tokumine, with Kuheiji, I believe.
Yeah.
Even for us, their way of the approaching to sake, it's completely different. Yeah, originally the sake breweries, they buy sake from farmer
Rice.
and then brew sake with the rice. But in the Kuheiji sake, they have their own rice fields to make sake rice, and then brew the sake. So basically overseeing the sake quality from very very beginning to the end, even after bottling or after being shipped.
Likewise, this is something like should say like a domain style in Japan, first ever. Because now said they are very focused on making the rice at the filter on. How do I say this is the very highly concerned about materials. Not for the water, not for the the yeast, but rice. Because it's very impressive. The point that I should explain is they believe rice is like a wine grape.
Yeah.
So it's determine final quality flavor of the sake. And then this is the very unique because in the past, also just the sake brewers, they only bought the rice from the rice farmers. It's like a passive, and somehow it's beyond the control of the final quality, the level of sake. But Kuheiji made very, very attractive innovation.
Yeah. So it's probably unique brewery for you in terms of the approach to making sake, right?
Very much.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And how many Kuheiji sake do you have?
Good question.
We have 8 different type of Kuheiji. Basically all based on the Junmai Daiginjo to be brewed by them. That's one of characteristic points.
Do they only make Junmai Daiginjo?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Some of them, it's produced in the Kurodashocho village.
Since the 2010, the Kuheiji starting future project. In the later of the year, there's a particular three product called Kurodashocho, which is in Hyogo Prefecture. They're owned by the Kuheiji, and they mainly cultivate Yamada Nishiki at there. But because of the different location and different the calibrations, the sake has own character each year.
Okay.
Which is one of the attractive point for your sake lovers. Although the same name of sake, but year to year, so sake is more matured, and sake is more sweet, but some sake more bitter. Because year to year, amazing experience will be given to you. Is to continue to ingest about Kuheiji.
Yeah.
Back to the the first ever style of sake as domain. Because Kuheiji is very concerned with the final process of sake. They even making the how can I say not aged or let's say matured into the bottle, like method of the champagne making. Because each bottle of the Junmai Daiginjo Kuheiji have a little lovely tiny bubble in the bottle, which looks very sexy and lovely. But once open the seal, it's giving the extra flavor into the glass,
I see.
which really indulgent moment.
Yeah.
It's tuned by the passion of the Roman sake and wine by Kuheiji. More than what, you must try Kuheiji.
Yeah.
And now, I want to say the word. It's so lovely,
Yeah.
isn't it, Nao-san?
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Sugedama blog.
Okay, before we move to tasting and discussing the superb Kuheiji sake, let me remind you about London Sake, our sponsor, and their huge selection of curated sake sets, which provide a great opportunity to explore various styles and types of sake. Have a look, but don't forget about the magic word Sugedama, all caps, to get your 10% discount. Okay, now we are moving to the tasting section of the episode, so that you will have 3 sake of episode instead of just 1. Okay, so probably we should move to actual trying sake and talk about it.
So, I'm going to pour in the glass Kuno Kuheiji Honten Kurodashocho Fukuji 2019.
Okay. It's got like a vintage.
Yes.
So it's Junmai Daiginjo.
Yep.
Or just say, Kampai.
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 Sounds lovely.
So in the Kurodashocho village, they have 3 different rice fields in different locations. There is a river running through in the Kurodashocho village, and the location called Tako. Tako is on the left side of the river, and Fukuji on the other side, so on the right side of the river, and the other location called Monryu, that is also right side, but located in the higher altitude. So depends on the amount of sunshine the locations receiving, and also soil. So those circumstance, environments, it affects a lot of quality in the soil. So we now drinking the Fukuji.
Yes.
So Fukuji on the right side, receiving less amount of sunshine. Sake made with the sort of rice grown in the area is tend to become sort of soft and rich. On the other hand, in Tako, on the left side, receiving much more sunshine, taste tend to become powerful. In the Monryu, with high altitude, because of the cooler temperatures, rice tend to become tight and sort of concentrated. So it leads to the taste to become elegance, gentleness.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Through bottles.
Because this one, it's, I mean, the aroma is very rich. It's a lot of going on in the aroma, and It's especially when you just poured it. It's gives you quite a lot of nuances and it's quite concentrated when you pour it.
Yeah.
After like few minutes, it obviously becomes lighter.
Like a melon, or let's say or peach. But once into the glass, it's the mixture with the air. It's smoky, but still remain very creamy. And color is a slight bit of the yellow and greeny.
Yeah.
But overall, it's the very gentle flavor. And I must say, with the Kuheiji sake having 5 elements of the taste: umami, obviously,
Yeah.
also the bitterness, acidity, sweetness, and some other is the having very characterized flavor. But because Kuheiji, you have to remain the taste into the product. So this again, umami, acidity, also bitterness, astringency, and then sweetness.
Yeah.
This is also unlike all the general mass production sake having such 5 different tastes. But because it is widen the flavor, you could match not them all, but most of the dishes along with.
Yeah.
Such as sashimi, sushi, obviously, but also roast beef, chicken, even the very thick Chinese dishes.
Okay.
That's the magic of the Kuheiji sake.
And all these like 5 elements you mentioned, they're so well integrated. You can pick up all of them when you mention them, but they so well work together to deliver this. It's quite. I wouldn't say it's a fresh taste, but it's very nice and elegant.
Because the sense of the tongue, umami, it could catch the center of the tongue. But most of the Junmai Daiginjo giving the very not overpowered, but slightly higher ratio of umami into the mouth. However, this sake giving the equal the extractions into the tongue. As I said, they're having 5 or different or the flavor into the tongue. Once you started, you couldn't stop. I must say.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right that it's you can pair a lot of different foods with this sake, and it will work. Yeah.
And this Fukuji also having the bit of the hint or scent of the mushroom. It may because of the ester effect. Having the creamy flavor into the sake, but this particularly sake having more complex.
Yeah, and it's got this creamy texture, which is very nice. It's like it gives you this mouthful of taste. I think it's umami together with all other things working together.
Indeed. You might say a little the maize. With having the first touch, the sake, it feels like a bit like a wine, but instantly after then can flavor the sake.
Yeah, it's true.
If you're sensitive having the sake also wine, you could tell what difference are, but also you could enjoy both taste into your mouth.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's amazing sake. Yeah.
It's a lot of acidity. That's one of characteristics of Kuheiji, I think. Yeah, and as Hiro mentioned about the 5 tastes, dryness, sweetness. For some people easy to catch. The other bitterness, astringency,
Yes.
and the acidity. Those ones sometimes tend to be caught as like nervous images.
Yeah.
But sometimes those elements will help sake to make a kind of three-dimensional drink.
Yeah.
So it's making more fun to
Yeah.
keep drinking.
Yeah.
Say those 5D and the flavor, also the belly elemental flavor, it become the main backbone of the Kuheiji sake. Think about some the belly or matured wine. At least you could enjoy 3 different of the flavor from start to the end.
Yeah.
Such one the hidden or the enjoy the wine drinkers. That also the you won't fed up. And because such the different flavor into the one glass, you could match many of the dishes. I'm often wondering about how European made the wine with the cheese. It's best combination.
Yeah.
But also Kuheiji sake, it could have very simple for the cheese, fish, or even some strawberries.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
And that could be say sake used to be think as an occasional drink. But among the Kuheiji sake, it's limitless. You may have this sake before the dinner with some nuts,
Yeah.
with some of the fruits, or in between meal, you could enjoy full flavor of this sake. After meal, you could enjoy. By then, any dishes, any food, any snack, be perfect.
Yeah. Do you recommend to drink it chilled?
Yes.
Yes. At least lower than 13, 14 degrees.
Okay.
Because of the bad temperature, sake having extracting flavor, such as hot, warm, ambient, or cold. As a full story, you could have one bottle of sake. But for this Kuheiji, you should be better to have the temperature lower than 15 degrees, at least.
Okay. Yeah. It's amazing sake. Yeah. It's a good starting point.
So, shall we mix the
Yeah.
forward?
Yeah. Let's move to the next one.
So, we are going to having, again, Kuno Kuheiji Honten, Kurodashocho Tako
Oh, Tako.
2020. Again, sounds lovely. So this I should say cheers.
Okay. Cheers. Like more minerality in the nose.
About the flavor, no, you could tell fresh or the like orange. Let's say that's blue apple, or green apple. I mean, sorry, not blue though. Sorry, and the deal on it is a herb into the first note.
Yeah.
But also having the full mineral. Once you turn into the glass, is natural mineralic flavor come from rice.
Yeah.
And that's very, very balanced and very elegant with an acidity.
Yeah.
For me, the muscat way,
Yeah, it's true.
lychee, peach,
Yeah.
it's all mixed.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of going on there.
And then remember, those two sake is made on the same area
Yeah.
in the Kurodashocho, but having sharp, clear, different character.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like completely two different sake. So it's made by the same brewery, same area, but from rice from two slightly different places.
Yes, different altitude and place, and that's the giving the different or the ratio or the sunbeam, temperatures, also some the content of the minerals in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry for the listeners, but we are having the miracle on glass.
Yeah, because this one is lighter than the previous one. It's lighter and it's probably as complex as the previous one, but a slightly different way. Probably slightly drier for me, because the first one was on the sweet side for me. But this one is slightly drier.
I must say this
crispy.
more crispy. Yes, indeed,
Yeah,
crispy.
Yeah, exactly.
Pop up a little on
Yeah.
the teeth.
Yeah, yeah. And it's the finish is very sort of lingering. It's a long finish, so you can still feel it, and after you finish drinking it, which is
And
quite nice.
You could tell the long last or the nice or the feeling of the acid.
Yeah, and I like this bitterness. It's at the end of you still feel like this bitterness, this kind of, which gives it something like a kick, slightly. Yeah.
I just put up the image. It may not suit what I said, but this is like the you may see some nice charming lady with dance with you on the floor or the tongue with white dress. It's very much elegant,
Yeah, it's very elegant.
but
very,
it's really spiky as well.
yeah, it's true. So, what kind of food do you recommend with this?
With this one, I must say some spicy dishes. Oh, hold on. It could be best matched with margherita.
Like a
Nice
pizza.
fish. Yeah, pizzas.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be the limit or the such a dishes like sashimi or sushi.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, you could go with the some slow cook the pizza or let's say some tomato sauce based pasta.
Yeah.
It may be go with a bongole bianco as well. Because harmonizes acidity could be good
Yeah.
with such
Yeah.
salt taste
Yeah.
or the such shells.
For me, no doubt with the seafood. Sashimi, sushi, like fatty part of fish,
Yeah.
especially fatty tuna.
Such as hamachi, yellowtail. Would be good.
And I like the softness. It's very soft. When you drink it, it's very, very soft and I don't know, very nice on your
Gentle.
mouth.
Yeah.
Very gentle. Yeah.
Because we just talked about the best temperature to serve. But I would say this sake prepared to well chilled, having a high noon or some other.
Yeah. But I think this sake you can probably warm up. I think this one should work warm. What do you think?
I got your point, and I would say this is could be good with the lukewarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Lukewarm.
Yeah. Not like 45 degrees or something. No.
Please don't.
No. But it lukewarm, it should be lovely.
Yes, yeah.
It will open up and just like this soft texture will be very, very nice.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. The sake is easy to be drink under any temperature. But once you look warm, you may open hidden hinge
Yeah.
of sake.
Yeah.
And once you open it, boom!
Yeah.
The flavor,
Yeah.
it's caught you up easily.
Yeah, it's definitely very different. It's quite interesting, like because bottles are quite similar, right? But sake is very different.
Yeah.
And I like the bottles because the bottles, it's very nice in a way like a mixture of like a wine bottle and sake bottle. It's not fully like wine bottle, but it's not as a sake bottle. It's a very good like a, I don't know, the something between.
Yeah.
Gives a very nice impression and
That's good design because the as long as those the Kurodashocho cities,
mhm.
the very iconic the item you put on the high, not high price. I mean fine dining restaurant
Yeah.
because on top of the level said show the ukiyo-e, which is the eye catching.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the label is very nice. And, I think it's definitely how the projects this high quality, this luxury feeling, which is it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And also we shouldn't forget about this the particular point because the Kuheiji intended the serve some aged sake. It's still unseen, untouched because of the year not past year, but they said even the sake could be served at the ages next to 3 or 5 years. So we will see how it goes. Maybe the flavor, textures, taste more ultra matured
Yeah, yeah.
next 3 years. But this sake has already very attractive, lovely, and then I want to say, if you keep continuing interest in this Kuheiji, let's continue next to the 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Then once the luckily have the one bottle in this year, just simply tilt, open the top, and put into the glass, and then you may experience sit into the time machine.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think it's definitely they both two sake. They're very versatile. So it's a very good sake which you can, I don't know, serve at the beginning of the party, for example, like aperitif, because it's nice, it's easy to drink, it's very good balance between acidity and sweetness.
Yeah.
It's a great food sake, and also you can serve it at like after meal,
Indeed.
just to sit like after meal talking about
Chilling.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's amazing brand. It's amazing sake. Yeah, it's true.
Indeed. Right.
Yeah.
Shall we go the final one as well?
Yeah, yeah. Let's do that.
So I'm going to start with the Kamoshibito Kishi Kuheiji 2020.
Okay. This aroma is more gentle. Doesn't I think the first one it was like jumping on you
Yeah.
with a lot of things going on. This one is much more delicate. Very, very nice. Very.
I know once start, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And side note, this is the Kamokishi. Having said that, it all begins in the rice fields.
It doesn't stay long. It doesn't
Yeah.
linger around.
Exactly.
It's really quick finish, very
Yeah.
gentle way.
Yeah, it's very quick finish and.
If you try to focus on or just after the last note, it will remain nice harmonize the bitterness, sweetness, still rounding on
Yeah.
the throat.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably the lightest of three. Yeah.
It could be or the pre-start of meal, or could be after the meal,
Sure.
because it's a little sensitive, delicate flavor.
Yeah.
It would be chance to enjoy more elegant
Yeah.
or sake flavor.
Yeah.
We can minimize all the such the other flavor. The umami is main frame. on this sake.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's quite big on umami. And so, in terms of food, what would you think?
For myself, I would say the simple sashimi, such as talbot, or could be shibas. I mean, the white meat fish.
Yeah.
As a suit, because the sensitivity sake will match such the not meaty but the sensitive taste of the fish.
Yeah, yeah. Fish is probably the best food pairing for this sake. Probably something like a lighter tofu dishes also should work, I think.
Yeah. Hiyayakko. Or could be some slow cook with some dish with some soy sauce.
Yeah, it's true. Because it's quite fresh, quite clear, but it's still quite a lot of umami, so it will work with this kind of food.
And I love the moment of the drink up on the throat. It's nice, the stretch from the palate into the throat.
Yeah.
It's so lovely.
Yeah, it gives you such a nice feeling when you drink it, and it's very relaxing, I would say. It's probably the most relaxing sake of these three, and one of the most relaxing I had before, because it's something like you can imagine yourself like this kind of easy afternoon, having sake and just relaxing and thinking about things, looking at some kind of nice, nature or something. Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah. Something you don't care about. Yeah, careless. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it could be sort of the Sunday afternoon or just before the siesta.
Yeah.
But be aware, you have to make a limit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this kind of sake you don't really notice when you drink it, and then you might find yourself in this situation and you can't get up from your chair.
But I'm sure you only could have nice fancy drink.
Yeah. True. Yeah, it's amazing range. And the bottle is different. It's more like a classic sake bottle, I would say. And the label is different. The label is more minimalistic, without pictures, just this like bronze background, right?
Yeah.
With the golden and black characters, which very nice. Yeah. It's amazing brewery, and it's quite interesting case of terroir in sake, because obviously terroir is being debated by people. Some people say there is no terroir in sake. Don't even think about it. And some people say no, there is terroir. This one is obviously case supporting terroir.
Indeed.
Definitely. When you got like a different rice fields with different types of rice, and you can actually taste it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
But,
that's good option because of you're talking about the rice.
Yeah.
The Kurodashocho is mainly growing the Yamada Nishiki, as I said.
Yeah.
Into the other place, they also raising the omachi.
Yeah.
And the two particular rice make the different character of the Kuheiji sake. But it's not simple like that.
No.
Because by the year they made, also by the method, it make a very huge complex.
Yeah.
But those two rice made the very main frame, elemental frame of the Kuheiji sake.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it's about rice. It's one of the situation when you can see that the rice is the main character in this particular sake brand, which is amazing. Yeah.
And if you wonder about Kuheiji sake, just simply come to visit us.
Yeah.
I'm very No, we are very happy to support to get direction sake. Me or now may stay in the Ichiban. I'm very pleasure to serve you, and we just can't wait to see you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So, what about any plans for new breweries coming, bringing to the UK, to London in the future? What is your plans for the future in terms of sake?
So as I mentioned in the previous time, so now we kind of on the way to reduce the lineup due to the situation. At least this year we stick to the current lineups. Once we sort it out, and of course never miss the opportunity to explore or find out or add in the add to the existing lineups. Everything basically for helping customers discover or finding with attractions. So hopefully we get this situation sorted out first and then move forward.
So with you've got like Niigata fair, right? Do you have plans for other prefectures?
We often organize the regional fair with not only sake but the other dry or grocery items. In the past, we have had Ehime, Fukushima, Mie. We have had experience a lot with a cooperation of the each regional government who wants to do with us. More prefectures coming up. Depends on the size of the fair events. For Niigata, we have 9 breweries, 33 products. Usually, we have much less. But for us, any brewery is really welcome to join.
Because the Japan Center is the main person is deliver Japan to you. On this the policy, we better welcome the many of the breweries and either the mass production to the batch production. But as long as each different sake having the unique flavor, that hit the point.
Great. Thanks so very much, Nao-san, Hiro-san. Thank you.
Alex-san.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye-bye. That's it for today. I'll be back with one more interview about the sake scene in the north of England and another special episode. In the meantime, buy and try Kuheiji sake. Japan Center is in London, but they deliver across the UK. If you buy both Fukuji and Tako we were talking about, you will be able to compare them and see if the difference is real and whether it proves the existence of terroir in sake. If you are interested in the terroir topic, there is an excellent episode of the Sake Deep Dive podcast about that. I will put the link in the show notes. We also touched upon the topic in my conversation with Jim Ryan about his excellent Discovering Yamaguchi Sake book in episode 44. So have a listen if you haven't yet. Don't forget about London Sake, which sells a lot of various sake to continue your personal sake journey. And you can get a 10% discount using the word Sugidama. Don't forget that. If you are thinking about what sake to buy, look up the tasting notes section on my website, sugidama.co.uk. As soon as this season is over in May, I will start adding more sake there. And don't forget to catch me on Sake Unplugged. If you're course, not fed up with my voice. If you have any questions or suggestions about any sake topic, just drop me a line. My email address is alex@sugidama.co.uk, or you can tag me on Instagram at sugidamablog in one word, or on Mastodon as well, where I am at sugidamablog at universeodon.com. Again, if you like the episode and want more, hit the subscribe button, and you will get every new episode downloaded to your player as soon as it's out. If you would like to give me a bit of support, please leave a review or rate Sugidama Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, or anywhere you can do it. And I will repeat, please share this podcast with your friends on your social media, chat apps, anywhere. The more new people start listening to Sugidama Podcast, the more actively the podcasting platforms start recommending it to other listeners. So it's the best way to bring new people into the world of sake. Thanks a lot for listening. Kampai.
Suge, 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 Sugidama blog. Suge, 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 Sugidama blog.